All right, good evening, everybody. Officially call the meeting to order for the Dayton Zoning Board of Appeals regular public
Recording
meeting
in progress.
at 7:02 p.m. If you could please stand for a pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And while we're still standing, I just want to take a moment of silence for Tim Rhines, who passed away a couple weeks ago. He was a very a lifelong Dayton resident and a long-term public servant for many boards on this town. So if we could just have a brief moment of silence for Tim Rhines, please. Okay, thank you so much. That's fine, that's fine. Yep. Okay, so first on our agenda today is to organize the board, which we do every year, which is when we would put in nominations for chair and vice chair and clerk. However, seeing as that Greg is vice chair, and he's not here tonight, I'm just going to make the motion that we move that item agenda to our next month, which is something that we can do. It's especially when we have a member who is a vice chair and he's not here to accept the nomination or to make any comment on it. So is there a second?
I second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Can we have a roll call?
Oh, because he's on Zoom. Aye, Zachary Karen.
Aye.
Hi, Susan Pritchard.
Aye, David Phillips.
Aye, Elise Vincent.
Aye, Jonathan Gale.
Okay. Next is to confirm our public meeting date, our next public meeting date, which would be Tuesday, August 27th, 2004. I just need to check something on my calendar to make sure that date is going to work. I'm going to a concert, but that's on the 25th, so I will be good.
No concert for you.
Any voting members? Well, we don't have any voting members yet, but members of the board, will that meeting work for everybody? Yep, good.
Yes.
In the event that your case is a motion to continue to that date and you would need to be here, would that date work for you guys in the event we have to do that?
Fair question, I wasn't paying attention. What was the date again?
It'll be the 27th of August. And like I said, that's in the event that we don't make a motion tonight and we motion to continue, that would be the next meeting.
Yes, sir, I'm available.
Okay. So we have one public hearing item on the agenda tonight. Sue, from what I understand, you are a butter, correct?
Correct.
So John, when you assign voting members, we just cannot assign Sue to this case, okay?
That's fine.
Okay. So can I have 3 voting members, please?
That would be you,
Thank you.
Dave,
Yep.
and myself.
Alrighty, so let me just read the legal notice as it was published. Notice is hereby given, the Dayton Zoning Board of Appeals will conduct a public hearing at Old Town Hall, 1111 Somerset Avenue, Dayton, Mass. On Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024 at 7 p.m. on the variance application of Benjamin Newberry for the property located at 281 Tremont Street, being shown as Assessor's Map 9, Lot 33, pursuant to Section 2620, Table of Dimensional Requirements, Appendix B, of the Town of Dayton zoning bylaws, in order to build an accessory apartment with a 9.3 inch, should be foot, right? Foot setback. Oh, that's yard setback. Just make sure we're paying attention to that. And then any persons interested or wishing to be heard on this matter should attend this hearing. Copies of the application are available on the Dayton Zoning Board of Appeals office and the Dayton Zoning Board of Appeals website, or upon request can be viewed by email by calling 508-669-6431, extension 114, or emailing keasterday@daytonmass.gov. So whenever the applicant is ready to present their case, whoever is speaking, you may step up to the podium and take it away whenever you are ready.
Thank you. Good evening. For purposes of the record, my name is Peter Solino. I am a lawyer. My office is located at 550 Locust Street in Fall River. I represent the applicant petitioner, Benjamin Newberry. The petition before you this evening, as you read into the record, is seeking a side yard setback variance. The facts of the case are as follows. Mr. Newberry owns property located at 281 Tremont Street here in Dayton. He's also trustee of a trust that owns an adjoining parcel located at 528 Old Somerset Road in Dayton. Those parcels were created pursuant to relief granted by this board in 2018. For your reference, your case number was 01-18. Mr. Newberry sought to add on to the property located at 281 Tremont. He applied for and received a building permit. When the footings were in, those were inspected. They passed inspection. When the foundation went in, he was asked for an as-built plan. It was at that point, after the foundation was already in, that this discrepancy was discovered. So specifically, your bylaw requires a 15-foot side yard setback. The as-built plan bears out 9.3. And so I would submit to the board that the hardship here is the fact that the gentleman proceeded in good faith based on a valid building permit, and through an error, he's left in a situation where he's non-zoning compliant. I'd submit to you that the error is somewhat de minimis in terms of the requested relief. It's not a significant amount of relief in my view as a lawyer that does a lot of zoning work. And I would submit to you that it would be a grave hardship if the board didn't grant the requested relief and he had to remove a foundation that he put in pursuant to a valid permit. And therefore, we're asking the board for relief this evening for a side yard setback so that he can maintain the existing foundation as inspected by the town in its current location, which again, to hammer it home, is 9.3 feet from the setback, with the other lot that he's also an owner of at 528 Old Somerset.
Okay, thank you. Actually, I believe I was a voting member on this case.
You were.
I remember it, yeah. And as a voting member, the 9.3, to me, that's definitely not an egregious difference. I mean, I think, in my opinion, it's pretty clear cut. I mean, I don't see it.
No, me and Elise went out there this morning. Took just a kind of somewhat of a visual from the road, and you know, we're looking at a 6 feet difference.
Yeah,
Let's move forward.
I mean, that's how I feel. John, how about you as a voting member? What do you think?
My question would be, really, you said that this was originally granted in 2018.
Yes.
So why the 6-year wait?
The lot division was granted in 2018. So you authorized the division of the lot, and now since that relief, he's received a building permit to add on to 281 Tremont.
It's not like it's a case that's been, you know, like, oh, you granted something, we didn't do anything, and now we want to. It's more just that it just happens to be related. It's not really related to that case specifically. It just happens to be that same property.
Correct. I was pointing that out, John, merely to say that this case has been before the board before. In your application, you ask if there's any prior relief granted on the site.
Right.
So I felt it prudent to bring that up in my presentation.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Which, because I know, John, that's often a thing that we see where people like, why now, you know, if it granted so long ago, and, you know, things like this. But it wasn't like we approved this construction before and now he's finally getting to it. It's just, we approved just the division of the lots. And then now he just happens to be doing some construction and realized that there's going to be a variance that he would need.
Yeah, no, I was asking, I don't think I was yet on the board. I think I was on the board shortly after.
I don't think you were either. You definitely weren't a voting member on it. I don't think you were on the board at the time either.
No, because this doesn't sound familiar to me. I don't really have any objection to it, frankly. It doesn't sound like it's much of a difference. Obviously, I'm not there, can't go look at the property with anyone or anything like that. My question is whether or not really any of the abutters have any thoughts or anything that they're there to share with us.
In person, we have none. So.
And I'd
Oh,
also-
you are. I'm
yeah.
sorry. I saw you talking to him. I thought you were with him. Sure. Go ahead.
I'd also point out that, yeah, the family isn't a butter. And so this is Mr. Newberry, who's Ben's dad.
Oh, okay.
AKA Benny.
So that would affect my property because I'm the abutting owner to that section where there seems to be some.
Do you mind just stating your address for the record?
I can step.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Step up there, no problem. William Newberry, 528 Old Somerset Avenue, North Dayton, Massachusetts, budding property owner. I have no qualms with the property being 6 feet from my line. There's no fence, we share the backyard, so there's absolutely I have no issues with them.
We're trustees together
Yeah, we're trustees together on
It's
528.
funny, when I was in the office this morning, I was talking to Carrie about the case, and I was like, abutters, and she's like, well, the abutters are the property owners, so I was like, yeah, this should be, this should go pretty smoothly, hopefully, we didn't have anything come out, but, yes, I mean, you would be the one that would face the biggest impact,
I
so,
would
you know,
have the only
obviously.
effect on the decision, and I don't have any problems with any of what my son is trying to do.
And it's such a small difference that it would hardly probably even be noticeable. You know, sometimes we see it where like we are only a foot away. Like that's a big difference. You know, but he's, you know, it's that we've seen way worse differences
He
that
has
we've
6 more feet of lawn to cut now.
right. That's true. And we did not.
Let me,
Yeah, go ahead.
Zach, let me just ask, Sue is recusing herself to vote because she's in a butter. Does Sue have any thoughts?
No, I agree with, that's not that much. I think it's fine, especially where the two,
Because you're in a butter, not a direct abutter. So it's not your property does not directly abut theirs, but just because you are in a butter, you can't be a voting member. But if you were a direct abutter, or even if you were a butter and felt like it would impact you, you certainly have a right to
yeah,
say whatever, however you felt. But
I'm comfortable with that amount.
and we did reach out to other boards, just as we always do. We only received one piece of correspondence, which is from.
Forgive me, I don't mean to interrupt. I actually have two. I did get an email from the sewer department as well.
Oh, okay. Was that in here?
I'll have to read it into record.
Okay, if you don't mind, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Perfect. Go ahead, Carrie, whenever you're ready.
You want me to do both of them?
Sure. I just can't find the fire chief's one at the moment,
Okay, so, Fire Chief Chris McGee answered on Thursday, July 18th by email, just saying that he has no issues or concerns with what is proposed at this address. And then I have a letter dated July 23rd from the sewer department, sent by email addressing the members. Sewer Superintendent Harold Garcia spoke with Benjamin Newberry earlier today. Mr. Garcia is satisfied that the information provided by Mr. Newberry is sufficient to accept the plan for a sewer connection for the addition at 281 Tremont. The only stipulations being a permit must be obtained by Mr. Benjamin from the sewer department, and an inspection be done by Mr. Garcia once the connection is made.
Which I don't think we would even put that as a condition, because you'd have to do that anyway, right?
That would be up to you. I'll leave that up to the board.
I mean, I don't feel the need to put that as a condition, but,
Sue's gotta sign off on it anyway, right?
right. So that being said, I will make a motion that we close the public input to allow us to deliberate. As a reminder, we can't ask any more questions or take any more information in after we do that. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye, Zachary Karen.
Roll call.
Aye, David Phillips.
Hi, Jonathan Gale.
Okay. Do you guys have any more deliberation to do? Doesn't seem like you would, correct? Okay, so as a voting member, I will make the motion that we approve the case before us, which is for map 9, lot 33, for the variance application for 281 Tremont Street.
So moved.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye, Zachary Karen.
Aye, David Phillips.
Hi, Jonathan Gale.
Okay, you guys are all set? Thank you very much. No problem. No problem.
Easy peasy.
So
Really?
I'll request a written decision from our council, and it usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks, and then I'll send that off to you. Okay? You're welcome. Have a good one.
Do we have any additional correspondence, Carrie?
No,
And then public input on the revised agenda, it was just accidentally left off the agenda, but it was put back in. Any public input tonight? John, you got anything?
I have nothing. No, my general question just for Carrie is whether or not we've had any contact with Fedorov at all since our last meeting so that we know he'll be in the next meeting, or where we stand on any more reports coming in from the engineering company.
so right now, Mr. Fedorov is aware that he is to attend the August 27th meeting. And then
He's aware he's to attend, but he didn't say if he was or not?
he said he would.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so he
okay.
said thank you, and
Oh,
I'll see you
okay,
then.
okay.
My apologies.
Okay, that's fine.
And then, as far as anything else from I haven't received anything further from Weston and Sampson yet.
I don't think we really will,
I don't think there is anything right now until they come to.
from them anyway, specifically, but,
It's up to Fedorov to now meet those
Pretty much.
I hope so.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Carrie, there was correspondence that was sent around where there was one of the 40B owners trying to reach Fedorov for sale. Did they ever connect, do you know?
I did get in touch with Mr. Fedorov and advised him to get in touch with him, and he said, okay, I'll do it.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have, Zach.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, next on the agenda is to approve the meeting minutes from June 25th, 2024.
Motion to approve the minutes from June 25th, 2024.
Is there a second?
I second that.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye, Zachary Karen.
Aye, David Phillips.
Aye, Elise Vincent.
Hi, Susan Pritchard.
Hi, Jonathan Gale.
All right, that being said, I think for our record, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
Any discussions? All those in favor?
Aye, Elise Vincent.
Aye, David Phillips.
Aye, Zachary Karen.
Hi, Jonathan Gale.
All right, we're all set.